Hi, everybody. This is Colleen Ciascio at ColleenCiascio.com. Oh, no, Colleen Ciascio at gmail.com. The name of my fun time is called The Crafty Basement, and I have classes in my basement. Occasionally, I have one this Saturday, the 22nd. It's a buffet where you get to choose which cards you would like to make out of a group of 8 of them, and then let me know how many of each you would like to make. You make 5 cards of your choice for $15. It's a pretty good deal, and the cards are dang cute. You can go up to www.thecraftybasement.com and you'll see the choices that are up there. Let me know by tomorrow if you'd like to come so I can make sure I have enough paper cut for your cards that you choose. What else? Oh, Stamping Up announced today, could have been yesterday, but I found out about it today, is that they're having free shipping. And Brittany, I see you put in an order, and that was great. And so I will talk to you about what we can do to compensate you for because we didn't know about the free shipping until today. What was I going to say? Jean, I know you were interested in putting in an order. So we'll make sure that you're in on that. Do it on Thursday. I do not have a hostess code. Okay, so as I'm thinking on Sunday, what am I going to do for Tuesday night? I know that we've done some really great cards, but what are we going to do for Tuesday? And I was looking through all my different card things and I thought, you know what? The end of May, the end of April means May is coming. And on May Day, tradition has it that you bring a little basket of flower seeds or little flowers to neighbors or friends and give it to them on the 1st of May. So I thought, what a better idea than to make some cards that you can put a little seed packet in. So that's what I designed and came up with today. So the 2 designs I have are pocket cards. So you don't have to use them for just pockets. But here we have zinnias that go into a pocket, up, up, up. And then you can write a little note, which I did not do. You can embellish and whatnot. I didn't do any stamping on. Oh no, I don't think it's caught. Well, we'll talk to you about how when we do this, how not to oops, there it comes. Glue your insert in there so that you can write a little happy neighbor day or something like that. Not Labor Day, neighbor day. So you can put that in there. You can even put a little flower up there. I didn't because I wanted this to see. So here we have these. You guys, I usually go to the dollar store, and they have like 4 for $1 with first seeds. Well, I went to the dollar store today and they had no seeds out yet. Oh, I should say something like, hello, everybody. My name is Colleen. Oh, I did that already. I should say, if you're watching, type your name in the chat and I'll say hello to you on YouTube TV. But anyway, $2.79 for a pack of zinnia seeds. I was like, oh my gosh. So be sure to wait till Dollar Tree has their 4 for $1, except it's $1.25 now, isn't it? Okay, so here we have this one. That's a double pocket card. And I did put a belly band on it, but it doesn't move. It just goes around the back. So we have that one. And then we made this card a couple weeks ago, if you remember. It was like this. We're going to make another one. And then you opened it up, and then you could put a little something in here, little hello, how are you? Happy May Day. And then you have this here, and then you take your seed packet, which are bachelor buttons this time, tall double mixed colors. It was only $1.99, but I'm thinking, oh my god, I could have had like 8 packs for that. And you could stick it right behind your little card. So we're going to make another one like that, which I just thought would be fun. So I hope you can hear me. It looks like you can't. Let me turn this thing up. Well, let's try this now. It's up all the way. Well, we'll see on the retake when people tell me we couldn't hear a thing. So we're going to start out with this card here. So I think I told you everything. Free shipping, my class on Saturday. Yep. Okay. We're going to start with this card here. Like I said, it's a double pocket card. And the paper I'm using actually came from a big pack. And I'm wondering if I got it from Celebration. But it's two-sided. So what do you need? You're going to need a piece of, you don't really need DSP, Designer Series paper, but you do need a piece of paper that's 8.5 by 11. So you could make it out of cardstock, but it gets a little thick and it's not as pretty. So you want a piece of Designer Series paper that's cut to 8.5 by 11, your regular card size. You're also going to need to save on the 11-inch side. No, on the 8.5. What is this? Oh, because you have to cut off an inch to make it 11. Hello, Colleen. You're going to have an extra strip. So we're going to keep this strip so that we can make the belly band with that. You're also going to need, oh, drop something. You're going to, this is fancy. Oh no, that was something else. I cut, this is for the tag thing. I have this and this. Oh, must have been the butterfly. You're also going to need a piece of cardstock that matches your paper. And I cut this down a little. It could be, let me see here. Oh, I don't have the numbers on there. That means you don't have the numbers at home. But anyway, this is like a quarter of a sheet, but I cut a quarter of an inch off of each one. So it's 4 by 5.25. And that's, if you remember, I was having trouble getting it stuck in here. So I cut it down a little bit more. And guess what? You probably could cut it down even more to 3 3/4 by 5. I hope that would be, just make it a little less than 5 1/4 by 4. Okay, so you need that. Then you're going to need a layer over that one to write your note. So it's just a quarter of an inch off of whatever dimensions you come up with. And then something to decorate your card with. So are we ready to get started? Yes, we're ready. Yes, let's hear. Are you ready out there? Who is even watching? Do we have no one watching? That's okay. It says 7:50. Oh, we've been into this for 7:53. I want you guys to know both the husband and the kid, my son, is not in the house, and this was done by me. I did have my husband bring down the computer, but I'm so excited to say, yay me. So you're going to take your paper and you're going to fold it in half. Match up your corners. Match up your other corner. And then you take your bone folder. I like to make sure that the corners are there. Okay. And then you're going to fold that in half. It's kind of like origami. Remember that back in the day? It was really big when I was a kid, eons ago. Then you're going to open it up. You're going to turn it 90 degrees and you're going to fold it again in half. This time it's like a hot dog. Now that wasn't until I was teaching, and that started in about 1980 or so, teaching 5th grade. And that's where they or maybe it's Minnesota. That started with the hot dog and the hamburger. Hey, is it more than just Minnesota, or is it just, I don't know. Anyway, so now you have your double-sided paper. I'm going to make it a little bit more crisp, is what I heard on someone's today. My fold's a little more crisp. So now you have it, and you're going to hold it portrait size. So the small, shorter end 8.5 is on the top, and the 11 are on the sides. Then you're going to take a pair of scissors, and you're going to cut from on the left side, the ring side for me, from here to the middle. So again, you could use your You could use a, what do they call that? You could use your paper cutter. Oh gosh. Jan, you're not here to help me. Oh well, I'll get over it. So anyway, you could use your paper cutter to make the score lines and to cut, but I decided not to do that. So now you have 4 quadrants and then whatever's here. 4 quadrants and with a cut here. One of the things to know is whatever pattern of your double-sided pattern is up is going to be the pattern that shows more. Like here you can hardly see the pattern here, the little stars. And then here they have that. And I'm trying to think, so if I were a packet of seeds, what would I look better on? I think that's way too busy. So I'm going to keep the one with the pale flowers on there to go first. So the first thing that you want to do after you cut along the horizontal fold, you're in the side facing, oh, I already said that. You're going to take this bottom edge here. So the bottom right. So here's your right side, here's the bottom. You're going to take this, is this right? The right corner, and you're going to fold it up like this. Well, that doesn't make sense. I think I'm going to, let's say okay, I'm going to go backward, rewind. And it's here again, we have the slice on the left-hand side. And the side that is down is going to be the side that shows the most. So we're going to take our bottom edge here and we're going to fold it up so that here's your fold line here. You're going to, I always put my little finger there, fingernail, and then I'm going to fold it up. And then burnish the edge. Okay, so now we have one fold. I know you're all excited. The next thing, what you're going to do is you're going to take a ruler, and you can do from 2 to 2.5 on this. I prefer 2. I think it gives us more room. So you're going to mark here at 2 inches from the middle. Here, let me bring this down. Okay, so from the fold here out to the left, you're going to go over 2 inches. 1, 2, and you're going to make a line. And look at that. Isn't it nice? It has little dots where my 2-inch line is. Okay. So now you're going to, as I did before, I put my fingernail here. I'm going to take this top edge and I'm going to fold it down. But I don't have my fold line to use as a guide. So I'm going to have to see where this is going. Oh, and it's right along those dots. So here we go here. That's nice that this has a guide for me. Okay. So now we have a fold in the upper left corner and a fold in the bottom right corner. So the next thing that you're going to do, oh, it says 1.5, not 2. Oh, well, let's see where 1.5 leaves us, or 2 inches leaves us. It says in my directions to do it at 1.5. We'll see how that goes. Then what you want to do is you want to take this left side and you're going to fold it over so that it meets the edge along this fold line. I'm going to be more concerned about it meeting this bottom edge here and having it meet here so that nothing overhangs. So that I'm going to hang it over there and I'm going to redo these. There's our first pocket. I don't know, guys. I think I'm going to take it back to 3 or 2. Bring it in a little more. I'm just going to guess at this because there's little lines here. I'm going to make it, well, kind of like almost 1.5. It's probably more like 1 3/4. But I'm really not liking the size of that pocket. And the beauty is we're not going to see that fold line because it's on the inside. Okay, so there we go. So now we have our first pocket over here, and we're going to very carefully with liquid glue. We're going to put just a little dab will do you. A little bit of glue on the outside edge here, all the way up to the top. Just a thin beaded line. Bring this back over and give it a nice fold. You don't need any glue on the bottom, just the side here, because the bottom's going to be concealed. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do, I think the next best thing is you're going to take the whole bottom, and you're going to fold it up. And then you're going to make sure that this corner meets your fold and the line here. Again, I'm going to crease it like that. Now we have 2 pockets. Then we're going to fold it like under, or turn it over and turn it under like this. I did not, when I was making this card, I was thinking, oh, wow, you can use it as a card like this and open it like this and then put your sentiment here. You could do that. But I chose to put that little, because I think it's cuter. I think it's cuter to have this little thing here, sticking in here, in my opinion. So I would like to use the second pocket up here. If you're watching, let me know. I see someone's watching. Hello. But we have 2. So since we're not, oh, you know what we didn't do, Colleen, before we turned that under? Let's hear it. I didn't put any glue here. So I'm going to take a little bit of glue and I'm going to put it on this little side here. And just a little teeny bit. You get it started and then you kind of bring that tip down that kind of smears the blob, so it's kind of blobby. So again, your bottom is tucked. You're going to turn it over and you're going to close it up this way. Because I don't really need the liquid glue here, I'm going to use, this is a Scotch Advanced tape glider. You can use any kind of double-sided tape that you would like. You can even use liquid glue, but I have this here, so I want to use it. It's basically going to just close this back. You won't be able to open it again. And that's, in my opinion, that'll be just okay. Okay, so that's closed, and here we have our double pocket card. So we can, we're going to just do the decorating of it now, and I know what I dropped now. It was the butterfly. Okay, I rescued him. This is a punch that's retired. You can use anything you'd like. On the new designer paper, you may just want to like decorate this part. I wouldn't, because you're going to have the slidey thing in there. But basically what I did is I took a punch. Well, let's do this first. Is if I put this around the card, this was that inch we took off the bottom and you turn it over. And then I'm going to meet it up here with maybe, I don't know, what is that, 3/4 of an inch? Half an inch? Probably a half an inch, because you don't want to cover up this right here, because you're going to need that. So this is just going to go on the bottom. And I don't believe that it does meet. Oh, good. I don't know, maybe I cut the other one wrong. So basically I'm going to cut it where I need it, put a little bit of the liquid glue here. Why? Oh, why not? I'm going to put the glue here at the edge. I really don't need to glue it down on the other side because it'll stay. But because I cut the other one a little bit shorter, for some reason, I use this to cover up. I use the punch to cover up, but I don't need to do that. So here we have this. I'm going to take this. You could put your sentiment on here. You could put hello or whatever, but I chose to do no stamping on this one. Don't ask me why. I swallowed a fly. Do I've told you I have a new grandson. He's 3 months today. And we're trying to come up with all kinds of songs to sing to him. And I just realized we could have done the lady who swallowed a fly. That's kind of gross for a little kid. Okay, so I put my round circle and a half, inch and a half circle on this punch here. And what else did you do? Well, again, you could put your sentiment here. You could put a strip across the middle. Happy spring. I don't think we have something that says Happy May Day. You could write that in if you wanted to. But I didn't. So I'm going to put this on here. I think I was looking for my, oh, there they are. Okay, put a little bit of glue on the bottom. You know, you could put this here or put a flower here, but we're just going to be, oh, I think I know what I don't like. I think I did the same thing on the other card. I don't like that side. So I'm going to instead put the white back on here. Look at that. It's amazing what you can do when you make a mistake and you don't like it. It wasn't a mistake. It was a choice. It was a choice that I made. There we go. Put that glue on that side this time because I didn't like this on this because I wanted the contrast. So there we go there. I have some jewels for the butterfly, the flutterby. Here's the butterfly. And oh, I'm so wondering too. I think, oh no, it's with the bees. I was gonna think about starting my garden or getting my garden ready. And I'm thinking, oh, do I want to do that yet? Because they say you have to wait until sometime in May to do it, or you disturb the bees and their hibernation areas. And I certainly don't want to do that. You know, I just noticed these are the iridescent rhinestones, and they sure look pretty on this because it picks up the lavender color. This wasn't in color. I can't remember if it's coming back or not. And I am going to pop this up with pop dots with dimensionals because, as you know, dimensionals make things look better. I always do. Move my tea. And I am sad that I'm drinking tea and not iced tea because the weather is really bad. Not really bad, but it's bad enough. Well, I'm just going to put one of these on here. Okay, I don't need two. Okay, here we go. Happy spring. Maybe this will bring on, yes, last week we had summer. And then one other thing we need to do here is attach this white to the back of the, is it not Lovely Lilac? That was from years ago. Pose, not Purple Posy. If I think of the letter, it'll come back to me because they always have like double letters for their colors. Purple Posy, Real Red. Okay, so here you're going to write your little, thank you for being my neighbor. Happy spring. You could even put, you know, something like this on the bottom because you have a little bit of extra paper. I don't want to do that. So you can tuck that in. And I tried to keep the glue right around the edge there to keep it, but you still will have to kind of hug this area over here. I think the 4 by 5 1/4 will work perfectly. And then take your expensive seeds. I'm just kidding. Maybe it's because it's Burpee brand. There you go. And there you have it. Now we have 2 beautiful cards that, oh, I only bought 2 packets of seeds, you guys. So that's so dang cheap. Okay, there we go. There's the first set of Happy May Day cards that you can make and send to your neighbors. There you go. Yay. Okay, enough of that. If I'm looking for the seed packets, I put them up over here. I'm going to take a quick sip of my tea because I'm thirsty. I have one of my customer people ladies whose name is Wendy, and she gardens all summer long and doesn't do much stamping. And I wondered, Wendy, if you've started the gardens that I think you said you were going to start your start indoors, your seedlings and things. I don't know, maybe you did. So again, we did this a couple weeks ago. It was just called a pocket card. That's just a plain flat and this little thing that sticks in there. But we're going to make a really pretty one this time. That's not pretty, that's cute. So basically for this card, you need, let me get my notes out so that I'm telling you the right thing and the right measurements. Okay, so you need, they're the base of your card. You need 4¼ by 5, which is the basic shape of the card. It's not going to open up, so it's just one layer, so it's 1/4 of a piece of cardstock. Then you need a layer of the designer series paper, DSP, excuse me, that's cut 1/4 inch shorter. So this needs to be 4 by 5¼ And you know what? No, we're not. Then you need a corner piece, and you're going to make a triangle, and it's going to be 3½ inches by 3½ inches in a square. And then you're going to cut it. And I would do this on a, I don't remember what you call these, but I would cut it on here so that it's a nice straight. And then when you have your DSP, you're going to cut this into 3. And so if this was 3½, you take off 1/4. This is 3¼ by 3¼ square. Then what I did is, because the last 2 times I did this card, I put the square on here to see which way I'm going to cut the square, if I'm going to cut it this way or if I'm going to cut it this way. Again, I almost made the mistake and cut it wrong. So make sure that when you're cutting your square, the designer series paper, if it has a direction, make sure that you cut it correctly. Oh, this is bothering me. My blade I need to change my blade. So if you do get these little fuzzy things on the end of your cardstock, I just take a pair of scissors and snip them off, because they look unprofessional. Who am I kidding? I'm not professional. Anyway. Okay, so, and then for the insert part, for this card, I did 8 inches of DSP. Well, I fudged. 8 inches of DSP, and then you could put a little something on the inside so you can read it. But with this one, I just did a white. That's 3 inches by 8 inches. So 3 inches by 8 inches. So, and then cut a piece of designer DSP to fit the front. I already decorated the front of my card because I really don't like doing it, and had to get it over with, just because, you know, those things you really don't like. So I cut off of 1½. This was hanging off the edge and it was cut off, and I just kind of tucked it underneath the flower, and then I cut out the leaves and I just added more of that. It's a thank you. And then you open it up. So what we do here is we start connecting. Spring. And then we're supposed to get snow again. Oh, I'm so sad. I think, though, that if Duluth gets, is it 1 more inch of snow, that they will have reached the all-time high number of snow. All I can think of is, like, you know, as much as I want to be close to that grandbaby, there is no way I want to live in Duluth or near there because of all the snow. It's just not my cup of tea. I like it here in St. Paul. I'm going to put, let me see here. I'm going to put this pink up here so that I can see it better, so that it's not hidden anywhere. You could use this side too, but I didn't. I did for this right here. Okay, what else can we talk about? Um, if you have any ideas of things that you would like me to do or on my Tuesday nights, let me know and I would be happy to do them. So here I just attached the designer series paper to the cardstock. And now what I'm going to be doing is putting the corner on here. I got this idea from Karen Titus. Thank you, Karen. I love some of the things that you do with your cards. I think your husband is adorable. Well, mine is too, Tom. Don't worry. I'm not looking to cheat on you, honey. But it's fun that they do things together. The other people I get ideas from is like Rachel Tessman and my upline, Terry Gaines. I'm trying to think of other people that I faithfully watch. Probably uh, oh boy, I'm trying to think. Well, Charlene Ito, who's over in Washington State. I think that's where she's at, or Oregon, one of those two. Okay, so here we have our card and it's all made. That's all you have to do to it because you're going to be putting in this little insert here. And when I put it in, I kind of like to put it in the middle. And then you take your seed packet. And if you want, you could get seed packets, come home and match up the colors of the seed packet. And then you hide it behind here. Oopsie, I didn't wait for it to dry. I should do that. Oh, what is her name? Susan Campfield. And her name is Susan Stampfield, which is cute. She does some great things too online that I watch, get their little weekly. Okay, I'm going to have to wait for that to dry. So basically, I'm going to put those two together. You could, if you want, measure this seed packet. And I don't know if they're all the same, but they're very, very similar. Like this seed packet is 3 1/4. If I made this from 3 to 3 1/4, it would have covered it. 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So this, you would make this 3 1/4 by 9. Well, you couldn't get many. You'd have to cut your paper a longer way, but I didn't. So I'm going to put this like this, tuck this in here, and call it good. So that's another card that you could make for May Day with a seed card, a seed packet card. We're still going to bring this one in, this one here. Oh, look at that. They're both kind of an orangey color. Flirty Flamingo, and that's Flirty Flamingo, and I forget this one. But anyway, I hope you guys all have a great week. Don't forget about Thursday, free shipping. And if you don't have a demonstrator, you can always let me know. Also, I have a class this Saturday, and it is a buffet, but you need to let me know by tomorrow and what card you're going to be watching, what card you're going to be choosing. So thank you very much. Have a great day. Make a seed card. Make someone happy. Actually, I think that was Pillsbury, wasn't it? Where they said, bake someone happy. Oh, well, you just make someone happy and bring them some seeds. You all have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye now. Oopsie.